Okay, so black joy, let's talk about it because clearly some people are still getting triggered by something that has existed for centuries according to my research. Black joy is historical. It didn't just appear yesterday. This is something rooted deep in our culture as in black people. Don't mind me, I've been adopted by the black American community. Our survival, our resistance from the days of slavery, white folks systemically attacked every expression of black happiness, dancing, drumming, celebration, even black laughter. All of it was seen as dangerous, all of it was policed, and all of it was treated like a threat. And honestly, we can still see that same energy in the 20th century, and even right now in 2025, black joy continues to set some people off as if our happiness is somehow a personal offense to them. But here's the truth, black joy is real, it is powerful, and it is something folks simply cannot stand. Even in these trying times, in a world that keeps coming for us from every angle, black Americans are going to be joyful. We are going to be united and we're going to celebrate ourselves regardless. And by the way, guys, y'all need to be watching the videos I gather for you all the way up to the end. It's not easy out here finding clips that expose the truth, but I'm bringing them to you anyway. So before I get carried away, check out these clips I've collected for you, starting with white folks openly admitting that black joy triggers them. Go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll come back at the end of or mid of this video to give my own 2 cents. Let's watch this.
White people are so triggered by black joy because they have zero control over it. And white people are all about control. And anything they don't get to control and manage and dictate freaks them the hell out.
He says, let's talk about your distaste for black joy. Race America fumes at the sight of happiness, especially when that person smiling is black. It's as if this country specializes in anger Olympics. Being a little too happy disturbs the patriotism. 3 or more laughs in one place is like being investigated by a mall cop. I'm gonna need to see some ID. Because deep down, they believe that pain is the only state that black indigenous people are allowed to live in. Black people start laughing too loud at their cousin's cookout. They throw on some Frankie Beverly. They start dancing with their auntie in a sundress while the ribs are sizzling. Instantly, their lives are in danger. It's like watching a perfect example of a case study on people who have a problem with control. It's like their obsession isn't just with control, it's like with the optics of it as well. They want to be seen as dominant in the space because they seem to disappear when there is black joy. When you throw your graduation cap in the air, surrounded by your entire family in matching t-shirts, they don't see achievement, they see defiance. Because in their minds, success was never black people's storyline. The truth is, black joy is a glitch in those lies that they feed themselves. They built a whole myth of superiority that only works if you're miserable, delusional, insecure, jealous, and mediocre. When black people shift the world with their joy and laughter, this entire self-image starts to crack. This is why this gatekeep golf courses, ban urban dress codes, side-eye loud laughter, and call the cops when the music's just a little too bassy. The unnecessary hate and determination to ruin black people's happiness is a disease, a brain-eating amoeba that siphons the cognition out of America's privileged society. And what hurts the most is that happiness and black joy is more infectious.
Why is it that black people just existing in a positive, happy, or joyful state bothers y'all so much? If you want to have an event to celebrate the resilience of the white community or the Hispanic community, then go ahead and organize one. Like, do white people and Hispanic people not have their own holiday observances to be worried about? Like, why are you worried about? All we're trying to do is honor the black folks who have led the charge for black liberation and to honor the sacrifices made by political prisoners for our freedom. Black August started in 1979 in San Quentin when the Black guerrilla family was looking for a way to honor the sacrifices of George Jackson and Jonathan Jackson, who were key figures in the black liberation struggle. They decided the best way to honor these people was to engage in political education. It's a month-long opportunity for black folks to refocus in on the community by doing some self-study, fasting from media that is not about black people. It's a time for community building, a time for advocacy around the issues that are most impacting the black community. And I said it before, but above all, making sure that our community is politically educated. If y'all had genuine interest, y'all could literally do exactly the same thing in your own community, but that would require interest in political education. That would require the ability for advocacy, that will require the ability to community build and the ability to acknowledge the contributions your elders have made to liberation. But y'all don't even want to do none of that. You just want to sit on your ass and complain about what
So let's talk about black joy, what it is. Black joy is everything from the time that we come out of the womb, we are not taught to regulate, like be stiff. We're taught to be excited and to be celebrated. And, we get our neck to go and we get our hands to go in, but all that releases the tension that other cultures don't let go of. Other cultures are just like so reserved. You have to stand on ceremony. You have to be a certain way for a certain length of time at certain events. Come on, hey, we're going to party now. We're going to do what we want to do. We love life, no matter how hard it gets. We love living, no matter how hard it gets. Okay, you can be on your last dollar and you could get some rice. And as long as you could share that rice with somebody, you are in your glory. Being Black, having that joy is appreciating others, appreciating yourself, appreciating what you've accomplished, appreciating what you didn't accomplish, but you see somebody else accomplishing it. It's being there for each other, being there for yourself, celebrating every little milestone. I can't tell you how many pictures I have that my grandkids drew for me. Some of them with only one line. I'm not getting rid of those. No, it's just reveling in the fact that we live. Then we get on to this melanin. I mean, my God, do you see the color? Like, we're so transformative. We can transform into anything, any shade, any color, given the sun, given the makeup. We can change our hair, our texture. Through all of us, it's different for everyone. We can pop on a wig, pop on extensions, pop on a weave, do the whole cut. It doesn't matter. We feel and we look beautiful with no hair, with little tiny hairs, or with long flowing hair that we had to purchase. It doesn't matter. We appreciate when we look good. We appreciate our bodies. Some of y'all have more, back then than I ever had, but I'm just saying, we appreciate our curves. We appreciate our hourglass. We want to accent that. We want to give homage to that. Do you ever see how we go to church? My mother used to say, or Miss Graham, I don't know, one of them used to say, the only difference between the dressing up for church or the club is that in the club, you put on bigger jewelry and higher heels. When you go to church, you minimize the jewelry and the heels aren't as high. But that's going by the wayside. Do you see the way we turn out at church? And then let's talk about graduations. Oh my gosh. From high school, do you know what an honor it is to see somebody you love graduate from high school? And I don't care if you have to spend $50,000 to send them that way. We do. You know why? Because tomorrow's not promised to us. It's not. We can go outside and get pulled over and get shot and get unalived just for everything that I just said, just because of the way we speak, the way we look, the color of our skin, the way we wear our hair, everything. So tomorrow is not promised to us. So we make a conscious decision, a conscious choice to live in the present, to celebrate everything that we can. Do you know how happy I am when my baby boy, my only child, my son, lets me do a video of him? I have to tell you, it's hard. One day I'm going to have to do a blooper so I can see how he really feels. But when he does that, I know that he's doing it for me. That's why there is Black joy. We appreciate everything. When I got this mug, the kids, they give me mugs that say great grandma, we love those things. Those bring us joy. We find joy in everything. We find the joy in the garden. We're not one to say, oh, my flower died. We're like, oh, what can I do to bring my flower back to life? So we try to find other things, and we're educated. Oh my gosh, Black women, we are so educated. We have to be. We have not to be seen by others, but within ourselves. We need to know, because for us, our longevity, our life can be cut short at any moment in time, and we want to absorb life. We want to absorb knowledge. We want to absorb everything. We get talked about, we get belittled. Same thing with Black men. I'm not going Black men against Black women. This is not that type of video. This is for joy for all of them. You think that the Black men aren't proud when they see their mamas, their aunties, their grandmas, their sisters stepping up, looking their best, doing their best? You never see camera going into the Black men's faces, but if you're there in the audience and you look, it's like, it's wonderment and it's awe, and it's like, wow, I know that. It's easy to explain, but it could be difficult to understand. We love ourselves, we love life, we love living, and all that just brings us joy. And even though we go through some hard times where keening is when something bad happens and it's tragic, and you let out this huge holler, and it's just like, the gods and the ancestors and everybody could hear you. That's our tension relief. And when we do that, we get such support from the community. Do you ever see it? Everybody comes out. And they hold you and they hug you, and everybody's got to put their hand on you, and everybody's got to go tell somebody else, I was with so-and-so the other day and she's doing good, or let me bring her some, something to eat, or, what can I do? Because as a community, we turn out for each other, especially in the time of need when we're hurting inside. We have that community. We have churches. We just have so much in each other. That's our community. And that's why we have Black joy. On any given day, no matter how mad we get about something, No matter how much we want to read somebody, no matter how much we want to put somebody in their place, no matter how much prejudice we get, no matter how we get treated, we still experience joy. You know why? Because we let it go. We will cuss you out in a heartbeat, like, yeah, well, you did X, Y, Z, and then we're finished with it. Other races and stuff want to hold on to something that you've been mad at for a long time. No, only if you're in high school. Only if you're still a kid. But if you have to go back to work, I'm not going to be walking around like, okay, I can't look at you because you're mad at me. No, I'm like, hi, how are you? For me, it's over because we let it go because we have each other. So I hope that this answered your question. And for anyone that agrees or disagrees, do me a favor and put some brown hearts in the comment section. I want to see how you all feel about Black joy. And if you have any stories, please share stories. Just tell me how you all experience Black joy. And for the creator that I stitched this with, what do you think Black joy? And tell me about joy for you. Like, what kind of joy does your culture experience? I would just love to hear it. So with that said, I want to say we are joy. We are definitely joy, and we are a joy to be around. Thank you.
Okay, so when we talk about Black joy triggering certain white communities, it's not an exaggeration. I mean, we see it happening all the time, and the examples are right there in plain sight. Black people's celebration are still being policed in 2025, just the same way they were policed centuries ago. I mean, look at global stages, public spaces, schools, workplaces, anywhere Black people gather, laugh, dance, or celebrate, suddenly there's a problem. Black success alone triggers some people. The moment Black folks shine, it becomes too loud, too confident, too much, and it doesn't stop there. We have Black kids getting arrested for simply dancing in the streets, celebrating their culture, expressing themselves the same way every other child does without punishment. But when it comes to Black children, suddenly it becomes a crime. Even at graduations, Black families get criticized for celebrating too loud. I mean, think about that for a second, for a minute. Moments of joy, moments of achievements, moments that should be celebrated without limits are being policed because our Black joy makes certain people uncomfortable. These are the same reactions we've seen throughout history. Slave masters couldn't take our Black joy away completely. No matter how hard they tried, they forbade drumming, they forbade dancing, they forbade laughter because they knew joy was a form of power. And to this day, that same mentality still lingers in some people. Black joy is still seen as too much, as if we're supposed to dim ourselves to make other communities feel comfortable. But the truth is, Black joy is resilience, it's resistance, it's a living reminder that no matter what hardships we face, we will still rise, we still laugh, we still celebrate ourselves unapologetically. And that's exactly why it continues to trigger the people who never understood that joy in the first place. So like I said earlier, before I get carried away, let's watch the rest of the reactions together because the patterns are loud and clear. And trust me, I'll come back at the very end of this video to give my final 2 cents. Go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's continue watching.
I just want to remind y'all, ICE, government corruption, chaos, tension, political tension, SNAP benefits cut off, Medicaid, Medicare, iffy, federal workers without work, airlines threatening to shut down. And this is Black people. I just want to say that this is parallel and similar to the Black Renaissance or the Harlem Renaissance. See, Black joy overcomes every single time. It's the loudest in the room. Our resistance. I love this for us. I truly do love this for us. Keep learning those line dances. And it's crazy because we built community the fastest in the middle of chaos. That's huge. We come together and we get so tight knit. Like we just come together so tightly. I love that. We don't have any worries because we know we're going to take care of each other regardless. No matter how they try to paint the picture that the Black welfare queen and the deadbeat dads, we know the truth. We know the truth. So why would we even pay attention to the media or the narrative they try to push out? The truth will overcome every single time.
Black joy is resistance. These people want to torment us. This whole executive action shit was a show of power. I want to show y'all diversity don't mean nothing. I want to show y'all that I'm gonna have all these companies rolling back their policies because they can't stand on 2 legs. And you know, I'm even thinking like companies are scared to get sued right now just because our president has said, that's their president. He ain't my president, but you know, I will follow the law of the land. Our president has said that it is illegal. Diversity is illegal. The executive action reads to stop illegal discrimination. What? Like, I'm not about to let this country that y'all not about to get down on me and torment my mental health, because y'all ain't never cared in the first place, in my opinion.
I don't think white people experience nearly as much joy as black people do. And I don't believe that the joy they experience is nearly as palpable, as beautiful, and as profound as black joy. And I think that that is one of the main reasons why they can't stand our asses. It's because despite them setting up society to benefit them the most, they're still miserable. And despite them setting up society to benefit us the least, we still find more joy than they do. And they can't stand it at all. I have been in rooms with the whites celebrating, and their joy is cute, but it's not warm. Compared to us, when we are in rooms together celebrating, that room is warm. You can feel the joy in the room with us. And I think they can feel it too, and it pisses them off. They have spent generations after generations trying to beat the joy out of us, and our joy is indestructible. They have spent generations trying to put chains, literally and figuratively, on us to break our joy, and we turn those chains into musical instruments every time. And I think that they can't stand it.
I'm gonna keep saying this with my whole chest, because some people are not deep thinkers. I understand that you're not a critical thinker. This is not for you. It's just not for you. Scroll up. So, my point today is, well, not today, but at this moment, like, why does black joy bother some white people? And some other groups, but majority is white people. And not all of you. You know what I'm talking about. You ever notice how the group of black folks, like, they come together laughing, dancing, and just vibing, and suddenly it's labeled as too loud, too ghetto, or too much? Jealousy. Jealousy. You know why? Because they couldn't strip that away. And it's surviving. But let's be real. It's not about the volume that's the problem. It's the vibrations. It's the freedom. It's the fact that we can still find joy after centuries of trying to be stripped of who we are. We still make something out of nothing. You understand? See, black joy is like disruptive in certain people. It challenges. And where we're supposed to be broken and angry and silent, it's like loving, living, and celebrating. So it's not just confusion. It's threatening to a certain group of people. Because black joy, for us, is power, it's resistance, it's healing, it's ancestral. Of all the things they said we could not do, it's lies. Remember, we were here way before other groups were here. And now our happiness is not a performance. It's reclaiming who we said we always were. So the next time somebody looks uncomfortable with your black joy, remember that you're not the problem. They're just uncomfortable and can't believe that after all this time, we are still celebrating who we are and who we are meant to be and who we are growing to be. So tell me, have you ever felt like your joy made somebody else uncomfortable? Let's talk about it, y'all. To me, I don't give a flying fuck who feels uncomfortable. This is my life, my body, and if you feel uncomfortable, move the fuck away. Right? Because where I was for Black Bike Weekend, we were on the side, I'm not gonna say the grown folk side, but we like our peace. So of course, it was a mix of black and white people. Like, we all around each other. We all talking to each other. You think anybody grabbed their purse because they see bikers in leather? No, they're used to it. They're talking, they're waving, they're like, oh, let me tell me about your bike, blah, 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 blah. These are people talking, not afraid and not jealous. There are some, but we didn't cross any this weekend. Okay? But have y'all ever experienced that? Like, you having joy, you having celebration, especially with all the graduates. Did you see those comments talking about black fatigue in the comments of black joy celebrating the college? See, the point that I'm trying to get at is no one who doesn't, how can I say this? If you black, you understand. It comes naturally, and it doesn't matter what state you from. We all have a common denominator of celebrating our blackness, and people can't stand that. People can't stand that. And I'm not just talking about in America. We go somewhere else. Black joy is celebrated different ways, but we still have that common denominator of celebrating of what we achieve regardless of the fact. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Anyway, happy Tuesday.
So I think people are so not used to seeing genuine Black joy that they honestly don't know what to do when they see it. When they see the organization, when they see the happiness, when they see the relief, and they don't see us upset, they truly cannot comprehend how beautiful that joy is and how big and powerful it is. So it's natural to try to want to poke holes through it. I just hope that one day they can experience that kind of joy.
Okay, so before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something that needs to be said clearly, loudly, and without apology. Black joy is real, y'all. It is historical, and it is still triggering people who do not look like us up until this very moment. And let me just say this. By the way, this will still trigger some people. And I'm sorry, but I'm just here to educate you. This video is for educational purposes only. And like I was saying, let me say this before anyone gets in their feelings. I am not spreading hate. I am not encouraging hostility. I am educating. I'm speaking directly to the people who get bothered, irritated, or flat out offended when they see Black people happy, successful, expressive, and free. If Black joy triggers you, the work you need to do is internal. That's something you need to figure out, not something Black people need to shrink themselves for, because historically Black joy has always been targeted. During slavery, enslaved Africans used joy as a form of spiritual survival. Drumming, dancing, singing, storytelling. Slave masters banned drums because they feared communication and resistance. They restricted gatherings, celebrations, and even in traditional ceremonies because they understood that joy gave Black people strength. Joy meant connection. Joy meant rebellion. Joy meant they couldn't completely break us, no matter how much they tried. And that same fear, let's be honest, did not disappear after slavery. It just evolved. Fast forward through Reconstruction, Jim Crow, the Civil Rights Movement, and straight into the 20th century. Black laughter, Black celebrations, Black music, and Black creativity continued to be seen as too much. The policing of our existence never stopped, whether it was Black people being punished for dancing in public, Black neighborhoods being raided for gatherings, or Black musicians being censored for expressing culture. Every expression of joy was treated like a threat. Why? Because joy for Black people has always been tied to freedom. And today, right now, we are still watching the exact same pattern in real time. Black kids getting arrested for dancing in the streets. Black students being kicked out of graduations for cheering. Black fans being told they're too loud. At concerts or sporting events, Black families being policed at cookouts. Pool parties, block parties, barbecues. Black athletes being criticized for celebrating their wins. Black celebrities being dragged simply for thriving. Even on social media, whatever Black people laugh, joke, dance, or express confidence, the backlash comes instantly. And let's be honest, it's not just palm color people doing this, the reacting. It's people in various communities, people who do not look like us, people who have no connection to our culture, people who feel uncomfortable when Black people, Black joy takes up space. And that is the part that really shows you how deep this goes. If joy is simple, if joy, simple, harmless joy, caused so much discomfort, then clearly the issue was never the celebration. The issue is that some people cannot stand the idea of Black people being unbothered, confident, and connected to each other. Period. Period. But Black joy is not going anywhere on information. From historically, Black colleges and Black universities are turning graduations into cultural celebrations, to Black TikTok dances going viral worldwide, to Black sports icons celebrating with style and pride, to families cheering loudly for their children, to Black communities thriving through music, fashion, and art. Joy is our inheritance. Joy is our resistance. Joy is our healing. Joy is our birthright, and no amount of discomfort from the outside world is going to take that away from us. So if you're watching this and you're one of those people who gets triggered by Black joy, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, what about another group's happiness if it bothers you? Because joy does not harm anyone. Celebration does not attack anyone. Confidence does not diminish anyone. If someone else's joy feels like a threat, that is not a reflection of them. That's a reflection of you. I hope you've learned that today. My goal isn't to shame anyone. My goal isn't to start drama. My goal is to educate, to put things into perspectives, and to remind everyone watching that joy has been one of the strongest tools of Black survival. Historically, culturally, spiritually, we've always found ways to celebrate life, even in the darkest circumstances. And today we continue to do the same. No matter how many people are bothered by it, Black joy will continue shining. It will continue growing. It will continue uniting us. With that being said, go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if it's your first time to be on this channel, please go ahead, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so that every time I upload such videos, you'll be notified. I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.